Hello. I wanted us to look at the book of Matthew, chapter 14, verse 22, where I'm going to read it with you, all right? If you have your Bibles or on your phone or iPad, or if you have the book with you, just grab it and let's read it together. It says, "Immediately Jesus made the disciples go into the boat and go on ahead of him to the other side, while he dismissed the crowd. After he had dismissed them, he went up on the mountainside by himself to pray. Later that night, he was there alone, and the boat, here's the part, and the boat was already a considerable distance from land." All right? "Buffeted by the waves, because the wind, the wind was against it." That means the boat. 25. "Shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. "It's a ghost," they said, and cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately said to them, "Take courage, it is I, don't be afraid." I'm going to repeat it. Jesus immediately said to them, "Take courage, it is I, don't be afraid." My brothers and sisters, friends, family, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this story because I was reflecting on it, and it made me think about how they were with Jesus all day. They saw Jesus do miracles. They saw Jesus heal the sick. They heard the wisdom of Jesus. Now here, Jesus gives them an instruction. And the instruction that Jesus gives them is, get on the boat, which they did. Go on the other side, which they did. But the problem is not that they got on the other side. The problem is what they faced when they were going on the other side. So here, when they were on the boat and the wind came against the boat, it is normal that they were afraid because it is dark. It is normal that they will wonder, where is the person who gave us this instruction? Jesus tells us to go, but where is he? Jesus tells us to get on the boat and to go on the other side, but where is he? When there is a wind, where is he? We are in fear, where is he? It is normal to wonder. I will be the same. I will be like, hold on, he asked me to get on the boat in the middle of the night and then he's not with us, right? So they are on the boat, the wind comes, there is waves. They are terrified. Jesus is on the mountain praying. Let me say, every time you are wondering, but things are not working out, Jesus is praying. Every time you think that it is terrifying, things are not going to work out, Jesus is praying. Every time you say, but I was instructed to do this, I thought this is what I was supposed to do, Jesus is praying. Jesus is not sleeping, you are not forsaken, you are not abandoned, Jesus is praying. Just because you received a promise, it does not mean you won't get there. See, they were expecting to get to the other side without any tribulation. They were expecting to get on the other side without any wave. They were expecting to get on the other side sleeping like babies. But Jesus was praying. I love this part. See, he gave them an instruction. They followed the instruction. But when Jesus showed up walking on water, it was a sign to remind them that the things that are terrifying you are under my feet. That the things you're afraid of, they're under my feet. The things that are taking your peace are under my feet. The worries you have of this life are under my feet. The things that are causing you to have trouble in your heart are under my feet. Because they screamed, "It is a ghost." Why? Because when we are terrified, we don't recognize Jesus when he shows up. My God, am I preaching or am I preaching? When we are overwhelmed by this world, it is hard to recognize ways Jesus is coming. In one season, they called him Lord. In another season, they called him a ghost. In one season, they called him the Messiah. The other season, they called him a ghost. Because when we are looking through the lenses of fears, we don't recognize the presence of God. But Jesus immediately tells them, take courage, it is I. Take courage, it is I. And this is what he says, don't be afraid. He says, take courage, it is I. Don't be afraid. What does that mean? I don't know about you, but to me it tells me that just because God gave me an instruction, it does not mean it's going to be easy. All right, I'm going to repeat it for those in the back in case you did not hear it. Just because Jesus gave you an instruction, it does not mean it's going to be easy. The relationship is not going to be easy. The promotion is not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy. But take courage. Don't be afraid. Because even though you feel like the waves and the wind are terrifying you right now, Jesus is interceding. Jesus is fighting on your behalf. Jesus is on the mountain. Guess what? Because when you're high on the mountain, you can see things. He probably could see that there was a wind. He could probably see that they were terrified. He could probably see what the boat was going through. Some of us, we may be thinking, I am alone in this situation. The boat, which represents life, it is hitting me. This is terrifying, but take courage because you are not forsaken. You are not abandoned. No, he is not a ghost. Take courage. The one who gives you instruction to go in faith is with you. It may seem like he's not on the boat. It may seem like he's not in your life. Your life may seem out of control. There are things that you wish you had now. There are places you wish you could have achieved, places you could have reached by now. But take courage. The one who promised you to be with you is with you. He may be on the mountain, but he can still see you. Oh my. Take courage. He is with you.